Our friend Tammy Bruce was watching the entire speech, and she joins us tonight for some reaction. Tammy, what'd you make of that?
Look, incredible crowd. They had to change the venue because there were so many people. He noted that there were thousands more waiting to get inside. Clearly, the crowd loved the speech. What I found interesting, Tucker, is he's always been good at these rallies, but at this particular one, you could tell that he really understands that crowd. He likes them. When he speaks about what they represent, he understands it in his heart. It's a real indication of his own growth as a man, as certainly as president, and that he likes the American people. That is clear. And I think that informs the choices that he makes. I met him for the first time last night at an event in Washington. And that same kind of generosity and, well, even some of his opponents admit, a charm. Is there, and what I noticed as well, with all the ugliness that we've seen come at him and at the First Lady and others, he enjoys the work. We saw the First Lady with the King and Queen of Spain yesterday as well. She clearly is in her element. So you've got two people who care about the country. The reaction I also was surprised at, Tucker, that this crowd loved the Space Force idea. Oh, my goodness, toward the end there at the speech, they were chanting Space Force. And, you know, really, it's the 21st century. Why not? So I'm thrilled with it. You can clearly see the connection with his own basic theory and his commitment to the country and the issue on the border, with the family separation issue and the actions he's taken, compared to the left, which I think has been attacking him. It's pretty clear, and he mentioned it, to distract. Now, he said to distract from the Inspector General's report. That's a big deal. But it's also been to distract the incredible accomplishment with North Korea and the economy, which is still on fire. It's a remarkable turn of events. And you notice that those are the things also that just the media just is choosing not to speak about. And this issue, which has been an issue certainly through Obama's 2 terms, suddenly is upsetting liberals all at once. And I think that it's pretty obvious that it's contrived.
Well, I hate to always ask you to play the role of shrink, but since you spent many years on the left, and I think you're insightful and you've thought a lot about this, tell me why certain people watch what we just saw, and I understand if they don't agree with it or they think Trump is not acting in a dignified presidential manner. Okay, fine. But some people look at what we just saw and conclude that guy's Hitler. And they say it on the other channels. They mean it with dead seriousness. Part of it's to distract. Part of it's because that's how they really feel. How are they reaching that conclusion? I don't see that at all.
Well, and that's because when you're conservative, just because of 85% of the media really is center-left, we get a variety of information from a variety of sources, and we hear a bunch of different kinds of perspectives. If you're only watching a single network or even a few other networks but refuse to watch, let's say, a network like Fox that has a variety of opinions, all you're going to hear 24/7 is this harangue. And whether it was Scarborough or actors, somebody like Peter Fonda, who just went unhinged on Twitter, threatening the First Lady, wanting Barron to be kidnapped. The misogyny has been extraordinary. Okay. And when that gets, it's a constant ring, then you begin to believe that everybody thinks this, and you get effectively conditioned into believing this is the genuine state.
That is exactly right, and it has huge consequences for this country, which we'll discuss after the break. Tammy, great to see you tonight. Thank you for that.
Thanks for having me.